Okay, I'm finishing up the flooring and I'm almost to the final steps here. I'm going to try and make the seam line up in this doorway here. So it's kind of backwards because I wish I had the lip sticking out. So like this edge, I wish that was sticking out. It gave me something to glue to. But I didn't anticipate trying to glue these two floors together. I was originally going to have a transition piece where they join. But I was told by the company we bought the flooring from that you can actually just glue them together. So what I've done on this one is I've actually cut a 45 here in the back of that. And so when that fits on there, it lines up really smooth, exactly the way it needs to be. I'm going to put some Loctite along inside here and then a couple blobs underneath each side when I put it down. Got everything test fit here, and I mean, I got that. I'm really happy on how well that lined up. So none of these pieces are locked in. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything up, vacuum underneath so I don't get any pops when walking across the floor. Put in my dabs of Loctite, run a bead down all the way, get it installed, and then we'll see what happens. I got the doorway finished up and just put some weights on it to help hold it down till it can dry, and then go from there. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add another outlet on this side in line with that wire, just in case, you know, now's the time to do it. And then I'll put my 3/4 over this whole wall here and then get that all screwed in and everything. Okay, so later in the day I went ahead and got the 3/4 flooring, actually a flooring piece put up there, but it's nice and flush with the top. And then I got my other outlet put in down there, and this is not resting on the floor. It's actually like, boy, a 32nd to a 16th off of it, so the floor can still move if it needs to. But put some more screws in the bottom of the cabinets coming into that as well, so this is just really sturdy now. So I'm working now is getting the sink put in. I went ahead and drew out where I want it, bumped it forward 1/2 inch just to make sure I've got room for the faucet in the back. And then what we bought here is a Ruvati sink. It's pretty cool. Natalie mentioned she's a little concerned about, because these are straight corners, about food getting stuck in the corners. We'll have to watch that. But the way this thing works, and it came all dressed up in a fancy little black skirt there and everything. Anyways, this is a workstation, so it has like a slide-in cutting board, and then we've got some grills in there for down below. Somewhere around here, there's a pan, like a rinsing pan that fits inside there. Let's see if I can find that real quick. This guy. There's also a drying rack that fits in it too. Cool rinsing pan that fits in there. I don't know, we'll see how much we use it, but I think it's pretty neat. So anyways, right now, since this is temporary, we called the countertop company and they said they're going to be probably a good 6 weeks, at least. So might as well go ahead and get the sink set up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'll just go drop it in from the top for now, and they'll just kind of sit there and float. I'll go ahead and get the water lines and everything hooked up, and then we can start rinsing dishes over here. But it shouldn't take long to get that set up. It didn't take long till I ran into a problem. So I was drilling the first hole, and then you use your jigsaw to cut off in each direction. And down below, you can see I was hitting the corner bracket there. And then it turns out these pieces are going to be in the way as well. These are 30, I didn't even measure this, but this is 30 and 3/4 between these, and I need 31 1/4. So I'm going to end up drilling through this 90-degree here and nipping off a bit of that, which isn't ideal, but whether I do it now or do it later, it's going to have to get done. So not what I was hoping to see or do. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and move this back into the countertop or into the cabinet, that 1/2 inch, and that should get me off from hitting that bracket inside there. Well, that didn't go too bad. I ended up going ahead and keeping that 1/2 inch forward and drilled through that, but I think it'll be okay. And luckily my jigsaw blade was long enough to get through both of these at the same time. Worked really good on this side. Not so much on this side. This side's a bit chewed up. I actually had to get the Sawzall out to try and get through from about here up to there. But anyways, it's cut out now, so go ahead and see how well the sink actually fits in there. It's heavy. That. Nice and shiny. Alright, next, now that I know where the center part is here, it's going to mount the faucet right there instead of centered. I'll put it centered on here so we can get an idea if we like that or not.
What? Screw up?
No,
What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to figure out what the best spot is to drill my hole.
Bird! I heard AC out down here.
Yep. Freezing. Hey, do you want this piece on there or not?
What is it? What for?
Just decoration.
Decoration.
Well, I know this is temporary, but I want us to get used to.
Oh, this goes under there.
Yeah.
I thought this was a soap thing, and I thought you were just gonna put it there for
we'll
decoration.
Just set it there for soap.
Well, you said it was there for decoration. I don't know.
And I'm putting it centered on here so we can see if we like it like that, or if we like it centered in the sink would be about there.
Does this thing have a spigot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spigot?
What else would I call it?
I don't know. It's not a spigot.
What would you call it?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Do you have a shower hose?
I don't know what it's called. The thingy.
Sprayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spigot. Sprayer. You knew what I was talking about.
It's literally right over the top of the hot water one. So I don't think that'll be an issue, but I mean, if I only use it when we pull this, in and out, it may be hitting the hot water shut-off valve.
Oh, I understand now.
Or if it were over here, it wouldn't
hose.
be. Yeah, so that we'll see if that's going to be an issue or not. But
okay. I mean, this is only going to be what, 2 months, right?
Yeah, at least 6 weeks.
Yeah,
if not longer.
Tummy's rumblings. I wouldn't bother. I mean, it's just going to get dirty. Does it need to go in? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. It's just.
I don't think we need it.
Okay. You want to put any soap in it? A little soap dish there for you.
Shut up. I thought it was one of those pumps. I thought that's what you're talking about.
Oh, you're special.
You're special.
Alright.
Hate those things.
What?
Hate those things. What things? The soap pump. Like they have them right here. The ones you fill underneath. I hate them. Oh, Tim. So on the actual counter, it'll be underneath.
Yeah, so whatever we get will come out probably flush with here, and it has to be on this outside edge there because the pieces need to go in.
Are these going to get nasty? Nasty. Yeah, nasty.
Me here cleaning. Crazy. Cut up salad. Cut your salad because you like your salad. And then look. Just
Grass your white. What's that?
Cut it and you zip it right in there and you rinse it.
But then that's to be clean. That's what I have a salad spinner for.
Think of all those cherry tomatoes we could just throw in there.
And then they just sit there.
You're so negative.
I'm not negative.
Negative, nilly natty.
Practical.
That doesn't rhyme with Natalie.
Tumultuous Tim.
Practical does not rhyme with Natalie. Negative Natalie.
Practical doesn't rhyme with Tim either.
What? Yeah, I didn't say practical.
What did you say? I thought this had something else too. Or is that it?
It does one of those rollout things, the drying tray like we have for the
I do
camper.
use that all the time.
Well, there you go. You did something right.
You did something.
What?
Those are the best things. I don't know if your mom's ever used hers.
I stopped recording this thing. It's under the sink. And the problem is this comes down right over the hot water. So when I turn around and loop that one into there, there's a good chance when it gets pulled, it's going to get wrapped around that hot water line. Maybe if I have this over here, it'll keep out of the way. But that's one thing I have to test and see if it works. Right now I've got the faucet lined up with the divider between the two bowls. And if I put it centered, it'd be over here. And that may get it out of the way of the valve a little better. So test that out when we're using it. Actually, now I got that hooked up where the weight's at. If this were pulled up, it wouldn't wrap around there. If I hit it,
What are you doing?
what? Hey, go my hose. So it'll definitely hit it, which could be a problem too. But it's not going to get tangled up anyways, it'll go up and go plunk. Well, that is pretty darn cool. So the last craft kitchen I built for Natalie, it looks like a black hole. Anyways, so the last, that look like a black hole? You catch the light in it just right? Come here, look at the camera.
Okay.
The event horizon. The event horizon.
It looks like a black hole.
Anyways, we're kind of space nuts. That's pretty cool. I don't know if we'll leave it on there or not, but it looks awfully fancy, doesn't it?
Yes, it looks very fancy.
Very fancy. So, got the putty in there. I have to clean up the putty around there still, but I bought one of these for Natalie at a different, or our last house. I built her a craft kitchen in the garage, and it had one of these little pull-out tray things. I thought, that is damn cool. Now I've got one. So, unfortunately, on this side, here's that drying tray. This way? Anyway. So on this side we'll have a disposal, so we won't have the same setup there anyways, but it still look pretty cool.